Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So a very short video today. I just want to share with you guys a very important lesson that we can learn from history and that can be applied in today's market. I think it's really important to keep this perspective in mind, which is what we will talk about in this video. So just before we start, as always guys, please leave a like under the video and make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. So what I want to talk about today is a quote from Richard Dennis. So if you guys have been watching the channel for quite some time, you know that I really love Richard Dennis. So he was one of the market wizards back in the 70s, 80s, and he made a lot of money trading. And I love, his philosophy and his trading approach and things like that. So the quote goes as the following. So he said, "There is another point that I think is as important. You should expect the unexpected in this business. Expect the extreme. Don't think in terms of boundaries that limit what the market might do. If there is any lesson that I have learned in the nearly 20 years that I've been in this business, is that the unexpected and the impossible happen every now and then." What a great quote, right? And that is so true, and that is what I want to talk about today and kind of share with you guys a couple of examples really of where we can apply this quote. So what he is basically saying is that when you trade and when you enter a position, it's great, to expect the market to go somewhere or to have a specific target. I don't think it's wrong, but you also want to balance this idea with the fact that you don't really know what the market will do, and you don't know it to a big extent, right? So you don't know if the move will be crazy, you don't know if it will be a slow move, like you don't know what will happen, and that's the point. And so that's the reason why trend following and why sticking to a simple system that lets you ride winners is so important to me, and that's really where I stand with my trading as well. But I try to let my winners run as far as I can. Sometimes I will cut my trades a bit early, sometimes I will let them run a bit too long. That's perfectly normal. There's no perfect trading system, right? So there's no magic formula here, but the basic idea is really important, I think, to consider. So if we look at the markets right now, or if we go back in the past, what are some of these moves that are pretty crazy that we would not expect to see? Well, here I have silver, so I think it's a great example. If we go back in late 70s and the 80s, well, look at what happened. We had a massive bull market. So, January 1979, it was around, $7. And well, about 1 year after, we were at $50, right? So a pretty insane move, as you guys can see. And then it also came back down very, very fast. And so the point is that when you get, in this kind of trading here, so if we look at how the chart was back in the day, that is how you would view the chart, right? And so look at the move after that. Look at how ridiculous it got, So when you look at the chart like this and you are taking a breakout, whether, around here or around here, whatever, you will not expect the market to go that far and that, fast. But sometimes we do get these moves, and so that's basically what it means. And so the reason why I think it's so important, especially in today's market, is because, as you guys know, 2020 is a pretty crazy year. We have a lot of big moves already that we saw on the market, a lot of volatility across the board. So we already saw pretty insane moves, and we are likely going to see pretty insane moves as well in the next couple of days, weeks, months, years, decades. I don't know, right? Nobody knows. But eventually, sooner or later, we will see other crazy moves. And that's the reason why I'm making this video. I want you guys to keep this in mind so that you don't think in terms of boundaries, right? So just look at recently what we got on silver. That's a pretty insane move, right? So only a couple of months ago, we were trading around $12. It's at 25 today. It did more than 100% in a couple of months. Is this something we would have expected? No, not really. But this is something that we did see happen on the market. So if we go see other examples, to me, the Nasdaq is pretty crazy as well, right? If we look at this, even just on the monthly, this was the crash that we got in March, and look at the recovery. We're at all-time high right now as I'm recording this video, as you guys can see. And so that's pretty insane. That's a big move. If we measure this in terms of percentage, that's 67%. So it did that in the middle of a crisis. That's pretty insane. If we look at oil, for example, well, oil went to minus $40. It was not even positive anymore, right? So at the beginning of the year, we were around 65 and it went all the way down to minus $40. We don't see it on this chart, but at some point it was trading at minus $40. So these are just a few examples, but this is what, I think Richard Dennis meant when he said that when you trade, you should expect the unexpected. And sometimes on these markets, what you think is so crazy, so impossible, well, sometimes it happens. And so if you always limit your thinking to the small moves, well, you will miss these big trends. That's 100% sure, right? If you think that the markets will always be slow and everything is fine and nothing really crazy will happen, you will miss the big moves. And these big moves are really rare, that if you are able to capture, you can make a huge amount of money in your trading. And really all you need, in your whole career as a trader is to be able to catch some of these moves. If you have a decent capital, you can make your whole career, on some of these big moves. And, I know it sounds a bit, crazy and not really rational to think that way, but it actually is. Now, it depends on your trading style. It depends on your approach. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do, but with my trading approach, I know that I don't need to, get a lot of winning trades, even during the year, for example, to actually have a very good trading year, because I try to put my focus on where I think there is great potential. I go for trades with good probability and very good risk reward ratio. So all I need really is a couple of big trades per year to get a pretty good year, and that's what I've been focused on in the last couple of years, and it has been working very well for me. So it's not the only trading style that do work, but it does work very well. And so that's basically the idea, just expect the unexpected, especially in this kind of environment today where we have so much going on, where everything kind of moves very, very fast. You need to expect the unexpected. That is something that is really important for my trading, and it should also be very important for your trading as well, because as I said, if you don't have this mentality, you will miss all the big moves. You will cut your trades way too early. You will not let the profits get taken care of by themselves, and it will just destroy your results. The problem is that so many people put the emphasis on managing your losses and things like that, which is obviously very important. I'm not saying that it's not important, but what I'm saying as well is that you need to manage the losses carefully, yes, but you also need to manage the winning trades carefully, because if every time that you get in a winning trade, you close the trade very early and you never let the time for the market to develop and to form these big moves, well, you will always limit the profit. So even if you are good at managing your losing trades, well, if you never get, big winning trades that can outweigh the losses, well, how are you going to get profitable, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense. So that's basically what I wanted to share with you guys in this video. As I said, I'm going to keep this as short as possible, but there we go. That was the lesson. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like under it. I would really appreciate it. And so on that, take care, trade with care, manage money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.